only a very highly evolved bipedal hominid such as a Sasquatch would be able to use a Bowie knife, because to use a Bowie knife you need an opposable thumb. We're going to sneak into the natural habitat of the Sasquatch and watch him using this intricate tool.
We've come back to the location where we found the footprint in the mud. It was found on a Christmas day, and we're just, a week before Christmas. We're going to set up some cameras, leave them there for a few weeks. We're going to put scent off on our boots, on our hands, everywhere. We're going to try not to have any of our human scent where we're going to have these cameras. We might put some other bait there, some fruit and some meat. So it's going to be interesting to see the results of this. Come on Chris, scent off.
If the sighting from Christmas Day that we investigated in the footprint in the mud can be recreated, then this will be the week to do it. It's the right time of year. We're about a week out from Christmas. It's getting progressively hotter. It's going to be 37 degrees in Hobart. It's forecast to do this for the next 5 days or so, and that usually brings storms in Tasmania eventually. So supposedly the sighting was made in the middle of a storm, so hopefully it all comes together for us.
This is the site. It looks like a wombat's being fossicking about here. Bit of wombat poo. Yep, wombat. So we're going to set up a camera right here and hopefully get something nice for Christmas.
Just implementing our normal technique of checking anywhere we go in the mud and sediment for potential footprints, and can't find anything particularly interesting, but there's certainly a whole number of different wombat prints, and it's characteristic of wombat. It's almost like a small bear at times. There's some here, there's a bit of digging there. Just characteristic wombat. And even though that doesn't sound particularly exciting, we're looking for a big predator, and if you're going to support big predators, you need big prey and lots of it, and that's what we get in this region. What's the plan?
Well, in case we get snuck up on by vampires, I'm set. But the other thing is there's nowhere to put a camera right where I want it, so I'm going to put a stake in the ground and strap it to that.
And you just wanted to show off your Sons of Anarchy knife, didn't you?
That's right, man. Tough the ground is. Get a camera to come out there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good spot.
No way to treat a knife, but it is a good tough knife. That should do. I'm setting up a trail cam aimed right at where that footprint was discovered a couple of Christmases ago, and it's got scent off on the camera, scent off on my hands, scent off on my knees and boots, so there shouldn't be any scent of me around here. We're going to set up a few more which we might bait, probably a few hundred metres up that way.
Bit buggy, Bill.
Bloody mozzies everywhere, they're going to eat me alive. See them? Everywhere you look, well, for Americans, mosquitoes, but we call them mozzies here.
The kookaburras are laughing at you because you're such a tool.
Oh, what would the Americans call them? Skeeters?
Skeeties?
Skeeties?
Yeah. Dunno. Who knows?
Mozzies.
Mozzies.
Got an idea if I lay down a bit of meat, ground down meat here. Just like that. The thing that's going to get that's ravens for sure. So I'm going to put this log on top of it. Now a feral cat can't move that. I don't know if a devil could or not, but it'd certainly attract predators here to sniff around this area, and that's where we're going to have the camera set up there to catch them in the act. That should get it. We're looking for a place to set the third camera up, and it's going to be baited for herbivores. So get herbivores in front of the camera, that should attract the carnivores. Here comes a knife alert.
Whoa. Hang on, let me...
Oh, that was crap, hang on.
Yeah. Slow.
I'm slicing up a few slices. Again, this is going to end up as raven food. The ravens will come in and pinch this. But I'm going to put a little bit under a rock, not a real heavy rock. I'm sure a possum could probably overturn it, which I wouldn't mind. But I want to attract like possums, paddymellons and maybe wombats to this site. And that could attract the carnivores. Stay in place. Done. Now, get out of here. So where's Was the geek?
He's gone off chasing some ghost with our good friend Max Moller, and they're down south. They're also laying some cameras and making their own film. So that's Max Moller from maxmoller.tv. Keep an eye out for their film on our channel in the next couple of weeks.
Hey Chris, I can see a reptile over there. I'm going for it. Gotcha. Hello. Beautiful blue-tongued lizard. He's got a few ticks on him too. Or her. Female. Alright. They're not real fast on their feet, these guys. They've got tiny little legs, and they tend to rely upon that blue tongue and a bad attitude to keep predators away. Oh, see? There's that bad attitude. Hey, you want to have a bite, don't you? Okay, I'm just going to pull a few ticks off her and let her go. Oh, look at her trying to bite me. And here in Tasmania, ticks really get on reptiles really bad. Now in the open like this, they can deal with a certain amount of ticks, but on blue-tongued lizards they tend to get right inside the ear, which really irritates them. So I'm going to pull those out with these tweezers. Oh, you hate that, don't you? Alright, she'll love me for it.
Not so fast on feet, short legs, bad attitude. Sort of sounds like someone we know, Bill.
What, you?
That's what I was thinking.
You see those ticks really packed into that ear there. Here's one. There's a couple. Oh, girl. They're really packed in there. Sometimes you can remove hundreds from one lizard. And contrary to popular belief, these guys don't grow a new body when you pull their body off. Their head doesn't grow a new body. That's a bit of a myth. In fact, one scratch on these guys and they're dead. Their blood doesn't congeal, and so the tick will die. Oh, there's a big one here just on the armpits. It's another common place for these guys to have it, right on the armpits. Look at that tick trying to hold on. Really dug in. You can see the 8 legs there, it's an arachnid. See, I've broken the body, so that tick's dead now. I can tell that she's a female because between the front legs and the back legs, really long body, like a real Cadillac of a lizard, this one. She's got brown eyes, which is a very feminine feature. She's got a narrow head. These are all very feminine features. The male blue tongue has a bigger head, more orange eyes, shorter body and a bit longer tail. Though her tail's being knocked off. She's being in the wars, I'd say.
You say it's an older animal then?
Yeah, I'd certainly say she's an older animal. She could be 10, 15 years old. Well, that's unplugged her ears a bit. She can hear me now. Hey? You're not so bad now, are you? Can't quite work out what I'm doing to you. There you go. She's calmed right down. She's not even aggro anymore. That was a nice little distraction. Back to thylacine hunting.
So this experiment's going to work particularly well if you prescribe to the thylacine migration theory or the thylacine corridor theory. Basically, the corridor that's theorised by Cole Bailey goes through there. They make their way up into the alpine area through the summer months and then down into the lowland coastal areas during the sort of autumn and winter months. This is on the path, so it couldn't be a better position. So we've set up the game trail cameras and the Squatch and I will be back in a couple of weeks to pick them up. And fingers crossed, we've got something interesting.